Let's be real for a second. You clicked on this video because something inside you is tired of fighting the same battle every night, tired of saying, this is the last time, and then finding yourself right back in that same cycle. Lust doesn't just live on your phone or your screen. It lives in your thoughts, your fantasies, your boredom, your loneliness. And the worst part? You feel ashamed for struggling with something nobody wants to talk about. But here's the truth. You're not dirty. You're not broken. You're human. And today, we're going to talk about how to break the cycle, not with shame, but with understanding. Stay with me till the end, because I'm going to give you real steps that actually work, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. If you've ever felt guilty after giving in to lust, you already know the pattern. It starts small, a thought, a curiosity, a moment of weakness. Then it becomes a habit, then it becomes a secret, then it becomes shame. And the hardest part, nobody talks about it. People will tell you to just pray harder or just stop watching that. But they don't explain how. They don't tell you what to do when you're lying in bed at 2 a.m. and your mind is racing. They don't tell you what to do when you feel lonely and lust feels like the only thing that fills the void. So you fight it alone. You delete apps. You make promises. You try to be strong. And then one bad day happens and you're right back where you started. And the guilt hits even harder because you feel like you failed again. But I want you to hear this. You are not failing. You are fighting. And the fact that you're here watching this video means you haven't given up. That's a strength. That's courage. And that's exactly what we're going to build on. Here's what most people don't understand about lust. It's not just a spiritual issue. It's a brain issue. Every time you give in to lust, whether it's watching something you shouldn't, fantasizing about someone, or feeding desires that don't align with who you want to be, your brain creates a reward pathway. It releases dopamine, the pleasure chemical, and your brain says, this feels good, let's remember this. And the next time you're stressed, bored, lonely, or anxious, your brain says, hey, remember what made us feel better last time? Let's go back there. That's why willpower alone doesn't work, because you're not just fighting a feeling, you're fighting a pattern your brain has learned. But here's the good news. Just like your brain learned that pattern, it can unlearn it. Neuroplasticity, that's the scientific term, means your brain can be rewired. Every time you choose discipline over desire, every time you pause instead of react, every time you redirect your thoughts instead of feeding them, you're creating a new pathway. You're teaching your brain that peace is more powerful than pleasure. You're teaching your mind that you are in control, not your impulses. So no, you're not stuck. You're retraining, and that process starts today. All right, let's get practical. Here are the real steps to remove lust from your brain. Not overnight, but over time with consistency and grace. Step 1, cut off the source. You can't heal a wound if you keep reopening it. If certain apps, accounts, or content trigger you, delete them, unfollow them, block them. I know it sounds extreme, but freedom requires boundaries. If your phone is the problem, put it in another room at night. If social media is feeding your lust, take a break. If certain people or places trigger you, create distance. This isn't about living in fear, it's about protecting your peace. Step 2, replace, don't just erase. You can't just remove lust and leave a vacuum. You will have to replace it with something that builds you. When you feel the urge, don't just sit there and fight it in your head. Move, go for a walk, work out, journal, read, pray, call a friend. Your brain needs a new reward system, so give it one that actually makes you proud. Step 3, renew your mind daily. This is where faith and psychology meet. Romans 12:2 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means you have to feed your mind truth every single day. Start your mornings with affirmations like, I am in control of my thoughts. My body is sacred, not shameful. I choose discipline over distraction. I am stronger than my desires. Write them down. Say them out loud. Let them replace the lies lust has been whispering. Step 4. Get honest with someone you trust. Secrets keep you stuck. Lust thrives in the dark, but it loses power the moment you bring it into the light. Find one person, a friend, a mentor, a counselor, a pastor, someone who won't judge you, but will hold you accountable with love. Valentine is coming. You need to be loved and not to be judged. Tell them, I'm struggling and I need support. That vulnerability is not a weakness, it's courage. Step 5, pray with honesty, not perfection. Don't pray like you're trying to impress God. Pray like you're talking to the one who already knows your struggle and still loves you. Say, God, I don't have this figured out. I need your strength. Teach me to see people with love, not lust. Help me guard my mind and honor my body. And that kind of prayer, raw, real, honest, is the kind God answers. I know this journey isn't easy. There will be days when you mess up, days when you feel like you're back at square one. But listen to me, one setback does not erase your progress. Every time you choose discipline, you're healing. Every time you pause and redirect your thoughts, you're rewiring your brain. Every time you get back up after a fall, you're proving that you're not defined by your mistakes. You are not your worst moment. You are not your struggle. You are a person in progress. And that's beautiful. Freedom doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen one day at a time, one choice at a time, one moment of strength at a time. And I believe in you. Thank you for staying with me till the end. If this message helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's fighting the same battle in silence. Let me know in the comments what part of the steps you're going to try. And if you enjoyed this video, don't go anywhere. There's another video up here about how to stop lustful thoughts. And if you want more real talk like this about faith, prayers, mental health, discipline, and healing, subscribe to this channel, because you're not just a view to me. You're part of a community that's choosing growth over guilt and freedom over shame. I'm Nessa, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, remember, your mind is powerful and your freedom has already begun.